Everybody, this is Frank Tasch. I've known Frank since probably '85.
Something like that, yeah.
And Frank's worked Senior Little League World Series
16 times.
16 times. Olympic ball?
Olympic games. Olympic baseball, minor league baseball.
Minor league. In fact, you
training.
assigned for the extra minor leagues now for who? The Astros
And the Braves.
And the Braves. Him and I have worked together for years when I lived down here from '85 to 2000 or thereabouts. College baseball, worked for the Florida College, what are they called? Florida College.
Florida collegiate umpire.
Okay. And also tons of high school, yeah. But Frank knows all the rules, pro, high school, college, you name it. So we got a good man here, and I'm glad to have him here. Thanks a lot, Frank. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man.
One of the reasons you don't want to kill the ball here, except in high school, is because a lot of things can happen if the pitch is delivered. Now, you're behind the plate and you call a balk and he delivers the pitch and the batter hits the ball out of the ballpark, what do you have? You have a home run. If nothing happens, then, and you'll know immediately, let's say the runner's stealing, right? The runner's stealing, he's going to be going to second base. He's protected to second base on the balk call, but supposing he knows it's a balk, he's running on the play, you call balk, he rounds second, they throw to second and he's diving back. What do you have? You have an out. He's only protected to second base. All right, and that can happen. Or the pitcher, you're calling balk, and he throws the ball into the dirt and it goes to the wall. Runner goes all the way from first to third. Let's say he's stealing on a play. He's over there when the ball gets to the catcher. Goes down to the wall, to the backstop. He rounds second and goes to third. He's safe at third or he's out at third. Both of those are legal plays. Right? He's only protected to the next base on the balk call. So he's going to get second. They can't play on him at second unless he's coming back to the base. All right? That's important.
What Frank explained is very good. That's the real balk rule. For whatever reason, high school changed it years ago. So let's say in Frank's scenario, we're doing a high school game, and this actually happened. I don't know what the exact, how many runners were on or whatever, but it happened was, we'll say bases loaded, the batter's up, they're losing by 2 runs. The pitcher balks, but still pitches, the kid hit a home run. And because of the high school rule, the home run does not count. That team ended up losing. So I know that there's people that actually have written in to National Federation to get this changed. But that's the way it works for high school rules. As soon as the pitcher balks, the ball's dead. So even if you use our mechanics, that's a balk, time! That's the way it would look in high school. No matter what, whether he hits a home run, he hits a triple, he doesn't, whatever. In high school, the balk is immediately dead.
The only run you get is the runner from third base scores on the balk.
Right.
Everybody advances 1 base.
If there was a runner on third at the time, absolutely. And in my scenario, it was bases loaded.
Many high school rules were incorporated in the high school baseball because high school all over the country wanted to play by the same rules, and there were a lot of parts of the country did not really have well-trained umpires or well-trained coaches. They didn't know the rules. And it's just little things that determine what is or is not a balk, or what it is or is not an infraction of one rule. So they were having so much trouble in different parts of the country. Places they probably didn't have a lot of trouble with was Florida, maybe Texas and California, where they play a lot of baseball. There's all kinds of umpire camps. People have a lot of instruction that you might not have in North Dakota or Arizona someplace. So those are important. So in order to avoid those arguments, on those infractions, they just kill it. That way, there's no argument. Just kill it. He gets 1 run, everybody advances a base, and it stops all the arguments. Because there have been a lot of arguments in high school ball over something where they just simply didn't know the rules. And that includes the official.
And then now finally we're getting good training coming down the pike here a little bit. So maybe someday high school will change it. But let's clarify, let me repeat what I said. The normal mechanic for a balk is, that's a balk! And then once the play stops, you'd look at the runner, you, second base, you, third base. That's your mechanic. In a high school game, it's the way we advise you to do it. That's a balk. Time. You. Second base. And so on. Now, if all you're doing is high school ball, then do the high school mechanic, which is simply, that's a balk. They give the dead ball sign. What we're suggesting, because you'll probably work other levels of ball to keep you so you don't get confused. That's the problem. If you go work a men's game or a college game or a youth ball game that uses pro type rules, and you come up and go, that's a balk, you're gonna get into a real problem there, because now you've killed the ball when you shouldn't have. And that's why we advocate that's a balk and then come up with time, because you keep your brain consistent no matter where you work.